This is incredible. The event horizon.
Where's she been for the last 7 years, Doc?
That's what we're here to find out.
This place is a tomb.
This ship has been beyond the boundaries of our universe.
Welcome to Screen Recaps, and today we are going to recapping the movie Event Horizon. In 2047, Dr. Weir awakens from a nightmare involving a disfigured body aboard the lost ship Event Horizon. Haunted by memories of his deceased wife Claire, he prepares for a top-secret mission. Weir is ordered to join the crew of the Lewis and Clark, a spaceship assigned to investigate a signal near Neptune from the Event Horizon, a ship that disappeared years earlier. The Lewis and Clark crew, unhappy about being pulled from their return trip home. After cryosleep, Weir has another disturbing vision of Claire before waking up disoriented. During the trip, Peters watches a video of her son, missing his birthday while stuck in space. Weir finally explains the true purpose of the mission. The Event Horizon was part of a secret project to build a ship capable of faster-than-light travel using a gravity drive he invented. The device folds space-time, allowing instantaneous jumps across space. The mission had been progressing smoothly until they activated the drive, causing the Event Horizon to disappear. Weir then played a disturbing radio transmission filled with screams and growls. After filtering the noise, DJ identified a human voice speaking Latin, translating it to "save me." Shortly afterward, the ship entered Neptune's violent atmosphere, shaking severely. The pilots worked hard to regain control, eventually reversing the thrusters to prevent a crash and safely reach the Event Horizon. As they docked, the crew was astonished by the ship's massive size. Stark performed a scan, finding the reactor still hot, small radiation sources contained, the hull intact but without gravity, and the thermal units offline, making the ship freezing cold. The crew couldn't have survived outside their tanks. Stark's second scan detected life-form traces all over the ship, though their exact locations were unclear. Miller led a search party while Weir remained behind to guide them. Inside, they discovered the ship frozen, with ice crystals everywhere. On the cameras, the crew sees that a body is missing its eyes and has animal-like scars. Justin navigates a dangerous bridge to the gravity drive room, which is leaking coolant. He identifies the spinning device as the gravity drive and, as he gets closer, it abruptly stops, causing the crew to lose contact with him. The drive opens to reveal a mysterious liquid that Justin touches, leading to him being pulled inside. A massive gravity wave then emanates, severely damaging the Lewis and Clark. And the ship catches fire, and DJ tries to manage it with a small extinguisher while urging others to escape. Cooper boards the Horizon to rescue Justin and catches him before he floats away. Miller contacts Smith, who reports critical damage to the Lewis and Clark. Miller orders everyone to shut down their ship and move to the Horizon, where the gravity and thermal units are activated. Stark discovers the antenna is fried, leaving them without communication and limited breathable air. DJ can repair the hull, but it will take time. Justin remains unresponsive in the medical bay, and Miller demands to know what's inside the drive. Weir explains it creates an artificial black hole, though it remains safe. Weir insists the gateway can't open by itself, and protests Miller's order to seal the room. But Miller argues it's necessary for safety, given the crew's injuries. In the medical bay, Peters, reviewing the Horizon's logs, hears a strange noise and discovers her son with wounded legs on a table. She's shocked when the table is empty, after being startled by DJ. Peters plays the final log entry, which shows the crew was fine until the drive was activated, causing distortion. The Horizon's power then fails due to a drain. Weir and Miller open the drive hatch to investigate. In the medical bay, Justin convulses and grabs DJ, whispering about the dark before collapsing. Weir, working in the drive, hears Claire's voice and sees pulsing lights. Claire appears briefly, saying "forever," and then disappears. A fire starts around the drive rings, and a burning body emerges. DJ suggests hallucinations are due to bad air, but Peters and Miller insist their experiences were real. Smith blames Weir's invention for the crew's deaths, leading to a confrontation. Miller orders Smith to repair the old ship, while Stark confides to Miller that the Horizon might be sentient. With only 10 hours of air left, Peters discovers Justin is missing. As Peters searches for Justin, the lights flicker and some go out. A light suddenly explodes behind her, causing panic. She runs to find the others, and as she asks if they heard it, something begins violently pounding on the door. Weir, unnervingly calm, whispers for the door to be opened, and attempts to do so. Stark restrains him to snap him out of it. An alarm sounds, indicating someone is in the airlock. Peters realizes it's Justin. The group rushes to find him, but the door closes behind him. While Stark tries to override the lock, Justin, speaking to Peters, describes seeing terrible things and feeling a dark presence. He presses a button to open the airlock's other end, and the alarm helps him regain his composure. As the door opens, Justin, with bleeding eyes and popping veins, vomits blood. Miller catches him, and Stark opens the main door for medical care. With only 4 hours of clean air left, Miller asks Peters to analyze the logs. Stark questions Weir about Justin's claims, but Weir dismisses them. Miller confronts Weir, who admits he's overwhelmed. Meanwhile, Miller experiences a vision of a crewmate's brutal death, revealing the ship's ability to exploit their deepest fears. DJ updates Miller, revealing the earlier message actually says, "Save yourself from hell." They wonder if the drive, which can traverse the universe, might reach hell itself. Meanwhile, Cooper completes repairs on the Lewis and Clark, but a failed test means they need another 20 minutes to finish. Peters and Stark review logs, discovering the previous crew was horrifically murdered, including a man holding his own eyes. Miller decides they must leave, insisting the mission is over since the crew they came to rescue is dead. He permits data download from the horizon but plans to destroy it with missiles. Stark reports the drive is draining power from the ship, prompting Miller to order an immediate evacuation. Weir ominously states the ship won't let them leave and disappears into darkness. Peters, hallucinating her son, climbs into the drive core, falls, and dies. Weir finds her body and hallucinates Claire, who appears without eyes and pokes his eyes, causing him pain. Meanwhile, Smith notices Weir leaving and informs Miller, who realizes an explosive is missing. Smith finds an ID stained with blood and discovers the missing explosive. He tries to deactivate it, but it's too late, leading to an explosion that kills him. The blast propels Cooper away from the hull, leaving him floating on debris. He empties his air tank to use the thrust to propel himself back to the ship. In the medical bay, DJ is gathering supplies when Miller updates him on the deaths, instructing him to kill Weir on sight. Eyeless Weir suddenly attacks DJ, throwing him around and using surgical tools on him. Miller, alerted by the intercom, arrives to find DJ dead. Miller arms himself and searches for Weir. He finds Stark unconscious, revives her, but Weir appears in the command chair. Weir reveals the horizon has brought back a dimension of pure evil. As Weir starts the ship to re-enter this dimension, Stark tries to stop him but is overpowered. Weir shoots at Cooper, who narrowly avoids it. Miller dodges gunfire as the window explodes, causing a vacuum that sucks Weir into space. Miller uses a rope to move to another room and pulls Stark to safety just before the door closes. The airlock alarm signals Cooper's return, prompting the team to prepare for a fight. They decide to blow up the corridor and use the foredecks as a lifeboat, abandoning the drive. Miller sets the remaining explosives while Cooper and Stark prepare the foredecks for an emergency beacon. Suddenly, blood begins flooding the ship, and a capsule bursts, causing blood to pour into a room. Stark is pushed away by the liquid, but Cooper rescues her. In the main corridor, Miller faces an old crewmate who blames him for his death and attacks with fire. Miller escapes to the drive room just before the door closes, but a flame breaches the room, setting it ablaze. The fiery figure reveals himself as a scarred Weir, claiming the ship brought him back. He shows Miller horrific visions and overpowers him. Miller activates the bomb, splitting the horizon. Cooper and Stark escape in the foredecks, and the drive is consumed by a black hole. 72 days later, a rescue team finds them. The girl screams at a strange rescuer, but it's a hallucination, and the rescuers assure her she's safe.
I thought I was doing